If you grew up in the 90s, you definitely remember Beethoven, the giant St. Bernard who turned every home upside down and made a generation of kids beg for a dog. But 34 years later, what really happened to the cast behind this family classic? Sarah Rose Karr steps out as Emily Newton, 8 years old, cheerful, emotional, and the first member of the Newton family to truly love Beethoven unconditionally. Emily's innocence and fierce loyalty gave the story its emotional center, especially when she defended the dog against anyone who threatened him. After Beethoven saved her life during a near-drowning accident, their bond became unbreakable. Though the youngest in the family, Emily's courage, honesty, and love helped push everyone else to finally see Beethoven as family too. Sarah Rose Karr, now 41 years old, is a former American child actress, best known for Kindergarten Cop, 1990, Father of the Bride, 1991, and the Beethoven films. She also appeared briefly on Roseanne, 1988, before stepping away from Hollywood in the mid-1990s. After ending her acting career, Karr focused on education and later attended Bard College at Simon's Rock, choosing a far more private life, away from the entertainment industry. In honor of the late Charles Grodin as George Newton, 57 years old, stressed, rule-following father, constantly overwhelmed by Beethoven's chaos, George was the kind of dad who liked structure, quiet, and control, which made a gigantic, slobbery St. Bernard dog the last thing he wanted in his home. As Beethoven turned the household upside down, George's frustration became the film's comedic heartbeat. But beneath the irritation was a protective family man who slowly discovered that love, loyalty, and happiness rarely arrive in perfect order. Charles Grodin's cause of death was multiple myeloma, a form of bone marrow cancer, at the age of 86 on May 18, 2021. The acclaimed American actor, comedian, author, and television host was best known for Midnight Run, 1988, The Heartbreak Kid, 1972, King Kong, 1976, Clifford, 1994, and the Beethoven films. Grodin was married twice, first for 8 years and later for 37 years, and had 2 children. Bonnie Hunt takes over as Alice Newton, 31 years old, loving wife to George Newton, and devoted mother to Ryce, Ted, and Emily. Warm, patient, and emotionally grounded, Alice became the calm center of a household turned upside down by Beethoven's chaos. While George focused on rules and control, Alice embraced the joy and unpredictability the giant St. Bernard brought into their lives. Her compassion, humor, and fierce protection of her family made her the emotional heartbeat of the Newton home. Bonnie Hunt, now 64 years old, is an American actress, comedian, writer, director, producer, and former oncology nurse. Best known for Jumanji, 1995, Jerry Maguire, 1996, The Green Mile, 1999, Cheaper by the Dozen films, and the Beethoven franchise. She also created Life with Bonnie, 2002, and hosted The Bonnie Hunt Show, 2008, while voicing major Pixar characters in Cars franchise, Monsters, Inc., 2001, Toy Story film series, and Zootopia movies. Bonnie Hunt was married for 18 years before divorcing and had no children. Christopher Castile instantly stands out as Ted Newton, 12 years old, the middle child of the Newton family, and the quiet thinker who observes more than he speaks. Reserved but highly intelligent, he quietly studies situations and often provides the clearest judgment when things spiral out of control. Though hesitant at first, he becomes one of the most decisive members of his family, stepping up during danger and ultimately taking control in a critical rescue moment. Christopher Castile, now 45 years old, is a former American actor who left Hollywood to pursue education as a high school teacher and political science professor. He's best known for 1990s television and family film roles as Mark Foster on the hit 90s sitcom Step by Step, 1991, and Eugene Horowitz in Hey Arnold, 1996. Christopher Castile has been married to his high school sweetheart, and together they have 2 children. Nicholle Tom brings quiet power to Ryce Newton, 14 years old, the caring eldest daughter of the Newton family, balancing teenage insecurities with the responsibility of looking after Ted and little Emily. Compassionate, protective, and emotionally grounded, Ryce became one of Beethoven's strongest defenders, often standing up to her strict father when the dog was threatened. While navigating crushes and growing up, she remained a calming presence in the family, proving maturity sometimes comes quietly rather than loudly. Nicholle Tom, now 48 years old, is an American actress, voice actress, producer, and writer, best known for starring as Maggie Sheffield in The Nanny and voicing Supergirl in the DC animated universe, alongside roles in The Princess Diaries, 2001, The Book of Ruth, 2004, and Gotham, 2015. She is also the sister of 5-time Emmy Award-winning actress Heather Tom, who has never married and has no children, instead focusing heavily on her creative work and love for animals. In tribute to the late Dean Jones as Dr. Herman Varnick, 61 years old, and a trusted veterinarian whose polished public image hid a far darker agenda. Calm, persuasive, and outwardly professional, Varnick used his position to gain access to animals while secretly orchestrating a dog-napping operation. Beneath his courteous demeanor, he remained cold and calculating, valuing profit over life. His manipulation of the Newton family set the entire conflict in motion and placed Beethoven in grave danger. Dean Jones's cause of death was complications of Parkinson's disease, passing away in 2015 at the age of 84. He was a celebrated American actor, best known for classic 1960s and 1970s Walt Disney family comedies, particularly as race car driver Jim Douglas in the Herbie movie franchise. The Love Bug, 1968, That Darn Cat, 1965, The Shaggy DA, 1976, and The Ugly Dachshund, 1966. Dean Jones was married twice, spending 42 years in his second marriage, until his passing, and had 3 children. He also worked in theater, music, and charitable advocacy throughout his long career. Stanley Tucci delivers the part of Vernon, 32 years old and a crude and dangerous dog napper, working under Dr. Varnick's illegal animal operation. Aggressive and sadistic, Vernon took pleasure in intimidating captured dogs while showing complete disregard for their suffering. Despite his confidence, he remained reckless and easily outsmarted, especially during raids, with his partner Harvey. His overconfidence and cruelty ultimately led him into a disastrous warehouse confrontation, where the plan collapsed and he was apprehended. Stanley Tucci is a 65-year-old acclaimed American actor, director, writer, producer, and culinary author. Known for The Devil Wears Prada, 2006, The Hunger Games franchise, The Lovely Bones, 2009, Captain America, The First Avenger, Transformers 4 and 5, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Jack the Giant Slayer, 2013, Citadel, 2023, and Conclave, 2024. Stanley Tucci has been happily married to a British literary agent with whom he shares 2 children. He also has 3 children from his first marriage, which ended with her tragic death from breast cancer. Patricia Heaton adds strong emotion as Brie Wilson, 34 years old, wife of Brad Wilson, and a sharp, calculating investor tied to a high-stakes deal surrounding George Newton's business. Polished and persuasive on the surface, Brie presents herself as a professional partner, but is ultimately driven by greed and control. She looks down on the Newton household's chaos and lacks patience for anything outside corporate ambition. Her plan with her husband quietly aims to take ownership away from George through pressure and manipulation. Patricia Heaton, now 68 years old, is an Emmy-winning American actress, producer, author, cooking show host, and philanthropist. She is most famous for her multi-Emmy-winning performance as Deborah Barone in Everybody Loves Raymond, 1996, as Frankie Heck in The Middle, 2009, along with hosting Patricia Heaton Parties on Food Network, which won a Daytime Emmy Award. Patricia Heaton has been married to an English actor and director for 36 years, and they share 4 sons. She continues working across television, food media, and charitable projects, maintaining a long-running entertainment career. Oliver Platt fits naturally as Harvey, 32 years old and a nervous and incompetent henchman, working under Dr. Varnick's dog theft operation. Clumsy and easily unsettled, Harvey struggled to keep up with the demands of criminal work, often second-guessing his own actions. Partnered with Vernon, he was repeatedly outsmarted by the very dogs they tried to capture. Though involved in the kidnappings, his uneasy conscience and fear made him more hesitant, leading to constant failure during their operations. Oliver Platt is a 66-year-old acclaimed actor known for The Three Musketeers, 1993, Dr. Dolittle, 1998, X-Men First Class, 2011, Chicago Med, 2015, Chicago Fire, 2012, Chicago PD, 2014, The West Wing, 1999, and The Bear, 2022. He has been married to a publicist and costume designer since 1992, and they share 3 children. Oliver Platt has built a long-running career across film, television, and theater, earning multiple Emmy, Golden Globe, and Tony Award nominations. David Duchovny claims the role of Brad Wilson, 32 years old, a snobbish venture capitalist, and the husband of Brie Wilson, working together to manipulate George Newton's business for profit. Cold, condescending, and self-important, Brad dismissed the Newton family while pushing a predatory deal designed to take control of the company. He treated every interaction as transactional, masking greed behind fake sophistication. His arrogance and lack of empathy ultimately made him an easy target for Beethoven's chaos. At 65 years, David Duchovny is a multi-hyphenate performer, known for The X-Files, 1993, Californication, 2007, Twin Peaks, 1990, Evolution, 2001, and Return to Me, 2000. He has also worked as a writer, producer, director, musician, and author. Duchovny has been married twice, spending 17 years in his first marriage, which ended in divorce, and a brief second marriage, lasting just over a year. He shares 2 children with his first wife and continues creative work across multiple fields. And so, that's the final look at Beethoven Cast Then and Now, 2026, a 90s classic family comedy film that reminded us how something simple can become a lifelong memory. If this film meant something to you, share your favorite moment in the comments below. Until the next experience, stay together, grow stronger, and love through every moment of chaos.